Trump is about to make everybody rich. What he just signed will make the $5 trillion in pandemic stimulus look like peanuts.
Celebratory day here for crypto at the White House, but the job is not yet done.
President Trump, he once called himself a crypto skeptic, but then on the campaign trail, he vowed to make America the crypto capital of the world.
What's up, Financial Hawks? It's your man, Eric. In today's video, we're going to be going over crypto. I'm not sure if you guys heard, but Trump has his new crypto bill and definitely has been making waves. I don't know too much about it, but I'm definitely interested in hearing more about this bill. And this is crazy timing too, because I literally just started back investing, especially in crypto. We'll have a video coming out, or the video may already be out, but definitely check that out. So I think this is like crazy timing. And I think to me, this is a sign that I should continue investing in crypto. But let's go ahead and watch some of these videos, kind of get a sense of what this crypto bill is talking about.
Talk to me a little bit about what this stablecoin bill becoming law is going to mean for Coinbase.
Yeah, well, this stablecoin bill passing is really a financial revolution for America. It means that crypto can finally start updating the financial system, especially for our payments, which are running on these creaky old systems that are decades old. Now, every payment in our economy can be fast and cheap and global, under 1 second and 1 cent anywhere in the world. So this is a huge milestone for crypto, and the job's not done. We also want to get the market structure bill called Clarity passed as well. The president said he wants to see that on his desk by September 30th. We're committed to trying to help that happen along with the rest of the industry, and it offers good consumer protections and regulation for Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the non-stablecoin crypto assets as well.
Okay, cool. So it's good to see, actual news stations again, kind of going over this. Now, let me go ahead and just have this plan. Now, they're talking about stable coins. I forgot all of the crypto that's considered stable coins. I think it's like XRP. I think that's one of them. I think Sol is another one. And I forgot the third one, but it's not Bitcoin. So, kind of just a heads up on that right now. However, I do, again, I'm liking, I guess, the press on this already. And again, this is just not online that people are talking about it. They're showing this on the different news stations. So I think that's a good sign. Hopefully that we will be seeing the growth in crypto. And they're talking about the speed of crypto and whatnot. And yeah, it can be very fast. I know Bitcoin is a whole lot slower compared to some of the other ones, like Bitcoin Cash. Apparently that's like extremely fast compared to Bitcoin. So I'm definitely intrigued to see if we're going to be seeing other crypto, starting to get, I guess, maybe more leverage with this bill passing. So next up, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments. And I'll see if I can make myself a little bit bigger right there. And yeah, let's look over some of these comments just real quick. I was gearing up to go after Superman. But he looked like Luke's. Oh, you know what he did? Look, he kind of does resemble Lex a little bit. Not gonna lie. He does kind of resemble him a little bit. Government control your additional money. XRP equals bank transaction. The demonic system. And nobody's talking about HBAR payment. He said XRP. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we probably will see an increase in XRP. So this could, I think, be a good time maybe to start investing in XRP if you don't have any crypto there. Let's go ahead and play the next video.
This is a majorly historical day for Bitcoin, crypto, stable coins, and I'll be on Fox Business to talk about it. What is happening? What's historical? And when am I going to be on the news? Well, let's break it down right now. The Genius Act, which is a stablecoin bill, it is ready to be signed by our president. He's going to sign it at 2:30 p.m. Eastern today. The Genius bill is basically just setting up the background regulation for stablecoin issuers and also greenlighting the banks to go and create their own stablecoins. As mentioned before, it's going to be signed at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and once it is signed, I'll be on with Charles Payne to discuss it on Fox Business. So tune in at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, watch the bill get signed into law, and then I'll be on to chat about it. If you guys are excited and you're bullish, smash the like, comment your thoughts on the bill and Bitcoin down below. Share this out with friends, give me a follow, because people need to know that.
Okay, well, I do like the enthusiasm in that video. She didn't give too much information. However, she did give an important one. It's called the Genius Bill, I think she said, or Genius Act, Genius Bill, Genius Act. So it's good to have like a name for it. Apparently, too, there were like 3 different crypto things passed on the same day. So I guess the Genius one was like the major one. I'm assuming that's the one that's dealing with the stable coins, like the XRP and whatnot. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the comments on this one. Kind of see where everybody, head is on that. Let's go. What are your thoughts on the cold wallet? I expect to sell the news price action. People still don't believe willful blindness is wild. Let's go. Okay, we didn't even get too many comments. I guess this video is kind of newer. So maybe if we look at maybe slightly older video, we may get more views. I mean, more like comments and whatnot. But interesting nonetheless. And let's look at the hashtags on this. We got Bitcoin price. I don't believe this is going to affect. Well, I don't believe the stablecoin is going to affect Bitcoin as much as it's going to affect XRP. But just for the fact that this is getting passed and crypto is becoming more legitimized, I do believe that this is, again, legitimizes Bitcoin even more, at least in terms of it having, as much power as it does right now. I think it's at 120 or around 120. And yeah, I don't see it, going down to 0. I don't see it going down to 10. I don't see it going down to 20 like that time it went down like around 20 again. I think it's gonna maybe go down maybe around 40. That's just my random guess. A whole lot of XRP and crypto news right there.
Don't be one of them ones like your parents would. They had a chance to invest in Bitcoin, Apple, Amazon, all that 10, 15 years ago and missed out on millions. Now is your chance for this new generational shift. If you haven't been paying attention to what's going on, Trump just signed one of the biggest bills into law for cryptocurrency. This is a game changer. We already got stocks like Coinbase that took stocks away from the S&P 500 like Discovery that's been up there for years and replaced it with Coinbase, a cryptocurrency brokerage. And then you got Bitcoin and these things and being fully adopted all around the world. People now accepting this as money to buy cars and buy houses and shit in certain places. Man, this shit is getting out of hand, bro. If you ain't investing in cryptocurrency, especially if you're my family, you want it. XRP, Shiba, new Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that. Get you some crypto. Because once Bitcoin continue to make new highs, y'all, if you ain't noticed, the whole entire crypto market be surging, especially like popular cryptos that a lot of people was investing in and talking about. They be rising with it as well. XRP just went up over 30% in literally one day on yesterday or the day before. Yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. 30% in a single day. That's like if you already had $1,000 in it, you'll be up $300 in a day. It'll take you damn near half the week to make $300 for some people in America. And that's why I say investing is way better than, you know what I'm saying? You can never save your way to wealth. You can save all you want to, but investments is going to outpace it every single time. Not telling you to pour all your money into investments. That's not the smart thing to do, but a portion of your money should be into investments. You should have some in the savings account, some in investing, and some in the, liquid. So you're able to pay your bills and do all you need to do. So you already know what to do, man. If you don't know how to do this shit, you can DM me on Instagram, the _.
Okay, cool. I think he, explained that well. I did not know that, I guess, XRP increased itself over like the, past day or so by 30%. But yeah, that is definitely impressive. Got me even more interested in XRP. I'm pretty sure we'll see an increase more and more as the news of this, spreads more and as more people are aware. I think right now, if you are interested in investing in crypto, I think this is a good time just for the fact that everybody isn't talking about it. You got videos here and there, like on social media, but like outside of this, I'm not like hearing like random people talking about this. So I think that's a good sign, because usually when you got like the regular people talking about it who don't even know anything about investing or anything about crypto, really, when they start talking about it, then that's kind of when it's too late, because then that's when everybody talks about it. You're already going to be missing that high point of getting those high percentages. And then like what we saw with Bitcoin, everybody was talking about it. It got big and it started dropping, and then people start talking about it everywhere, and it was able to rise again. And that kind of what you see with a lot of these, I want to say crypto a lot of times. I can't just say necessarily just regular stocks, but with crypto, I do feel like I see that a lot. Another thing he talked about too, which I thought was interesting, and I remember it back. I'm not sure how often you guys watch YouTube, but there's a group, YouTuber or whatever, called like No Jumper. But he would do like an interview with a person called Say Cheese TV. And Say Cheese TV, he was talking about making like 100K plus like a month, at times. He's like a millionaire and whatnot from YouTube, and got like a whole lot of real estate and different stuff like that. And he was talking about like a month or two ago, selling all his property, all of it, and then investing all of that into Bitcoin and crypto, and kind of just talking about the increase that he's saying there. He's thinking Bitcoin going to hit 1 million. I think it will eventually at some point, and how it's just a whole lot less, overhead compared to having, houses and different stuff. You deal with less people. You're just getting these high returns over like the last 4 or 5 years. I think crypto has increased by like a ton. I'll have to bring up my wallet, for example, to kind of like show you guys, like eToro does a great job of this, but show you guys the percentages. But the percentage that the Bitcoin has risen over the last 4 years is insane. You invest a little bit, you can still make some pretty good money. And if he's buying full coins at that, man, you can really make some bank. So kind of just like an FYI right there that a lot of people are slowly getting back into investing like heavily in Bitcoin around this time. So, we may get into it right now, or you may wait until everybody's talking about it. And then I think that's kind of when it's too late. And looking at some of the comments, and they not trying to hear it, bro. They're going to wait until it's too late. Yeah, a lot of people are. What's the best to buy now? I mean, Bitcoin's good. XRP probably good right now. And XRP, 30 cents. Let's go. Only have 1K to my name, though. Okay, if you only got $1,000 to your name, I think you should keep that into your emergency savings account. You don't want to spend all your money on crypto if you don't have any type of money to like rely on, because you don't want to get in a situation where you have to go to your crypto and take that out if emergency comes up. This is for stable coins. So when EXRP, Ethereum and coins like Sol will become obsolete because it's not a stable coin. No, because the infrastructure for Web3 is going to be used, but if stable coin become the only accepted payment, those other coins would be taken, right? I don't think necessarily. I mean, again, do people buy stuff with Dogecoin? And I mean, that's still here. I don't think you necessarily have to be able to spend it for it to be popular. Crypto is crazy like that. What the best ones to buy, what you invest in, does that mean you'll be able also getting shipped that you have the access to? Okay, cool.
Right now, we do not all agree on things that Trump has done for us, but he just passed and signed the crypto genius. You guys need to know what this is and what this means for America's dollar in the crypto world and life going on. You do not want to miss your opportunity. I'm going to explain it to you. Basically, the Genius Act is stating that now every financial institute, one, has to accept crypto, two, can make their own crypto coin, which you can buy things with crypto. They have to accept it. And that means that they're going to make their own crypto coin. Like JP Morgan will have a coin. It will be worth this when it starts and this when it ends. And you can buy those, and as it goes up, you can buy your house with the JP Morgan coin.
Okay, cool. I'm glad he talked about this point, because a lot of the other videos haven't been talking about that. And I want to say I seen a video that briefly touched on this, how Walmart and some of these other places are going to start creating their own crypto, their own coins. So that's intriguing. So not only are we going to be having our, current coins out here, but we're going to have like these big companies joining in the fray. So, I mean, it's good and bad. I guess you can see that in both sides. On the positive side, I guess it will say that, hey, crypto is here. It's here to stay. It is what it is. And the people who have invested in Bitcoin already, you're already, you're already so high up already. So you're already good. And I think it will just solidify at least some of the bigger crypto that we've been seeing, like, again, Bitcoin, for example. I think that will help solidify that being, still high. Like it not just losing all of his work. She talked about like JP Morgan, I believe, on them creating one. But yeah, that's intriguing. Like, what if like Home Depot have their own coin, for example, and then you buy some of that, or Lowe's, or actually, what if McDonald's end up having a coin? I can see that actually going pretty big early on, and then kind of going medium for like a while, and then just like random spikes maybe with something like that. But I'm definitely intrigued to see just which companies are going to end up creating their own crypto. I'm super intrigued on that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the comments. Let's kind of see what we're seeing. Oh, and only two. Plot of the enemy, the downfall in their way to control the world. Listen, they gain control of it regardless. Yeah, regardless. Again, I get this kind of making things more digital, but you can still buy stuff digitally anyway, with your credit card. So this is like another avenue, I guess, for them to make money, but also potentially you to make money, at least some of the early adopters and some, to some of this. So let's go ahead and play the next one.
Has been focused on the Jeffrey Epstein files. The United States just quietly passed a bill that legalizes and legitimizes digital dollars. In the last couple of days, Donald Trump just signed the Genius Act. But in order for you to understand what the Genius Act does, you have to understand some background information first. Have you ever heard words like Ethereum, stablecoins, and staking? I know you're going to want to immediately tune out, but please hang in there. Ethereum Ethereum is a decentralized open source blockchain platform. It's a place where you can create decentralized apps, and it facilitates the creation of smart contracts. Think of it as kind of like the internet. You can run all your apps on the internet, you can use the internet to create things, except this is for money. And the money, or cryptocurrency, that's used to facilitate operations and transactions on the platform is called Ether, also known as ETH. Next, you have to understand what staking is. Different blockchains' network operations are supported in different ways, typically two different ways, proof of work and proof of stake. And Ethereum works on a proof of stake model, which essentially means instead of computers solving complex problems, people lock up some of their ETH in order to keep the systems working. And last, you need to understand what stablecoins are. Stablecoins are designed to minimize price volatility in certain cryptocurrencies. The goal is to maintain a stable value relative to a specific asset. In this case, we're talking about the United States dollar. So a stable coin is going to be pegged or compared to the value of the US dollar. So whatever the US dollar does, the stable coin will do in terms of value. Now we can talk about the Genius Act, and the Genius Act does 5 different things. 1, only approved banks can issue stable coins. 2, they have to be backed 1-to-1 by US dollars or treasury bills. 3, they have to offer daily audits and allow you to redeem for real cash. 4, big players get audited by the Fed. And 5, they're not considered securities, so it's way easier for companies to adopt them. Because of this act, in theory, you could pay your rent, tip your Uber driver, or transfer money to a family member with no fees instantly. You wouldn't need a bank account. All you'd need is your phone. It would give other people in undeveloped countries access to the US dollar. It could very well make Ethereum the backbone of finance. It opens the door to Ethereum ETFs with staking rewards, hello passive income. Ultimately, you may not care about cryptocurrency and you might even think it's a scam, but it just became legal tender whether you like it or not. And it's not coming, it's already here. What do you think? Do you think this act is genius? Follow for more and let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, great. I think she did an excellent job explaining it compared to all the other videos. It's crazy. Like the more and more videos we're looking at, the more and more I'm wondering about this. It gets, again, I'm not like an expert at this at all. This is like literally hearing about this bill like a day or so ago. So this is all brand new. So it's kind of good to see kind of just more, I get insight of not only how these cryptos work, the exact definition of a stable coin, but also some of the things that you can do with it. And one of the things that stuck out to me watching this video was being able to transfer money, like to other people without having to, spend any type of fees, without any kind of fees. I think that is great because those little fees could definitely add up. So not having to worry about that can definitely save you some money. And yeah, talking about that too, kind of just reminded me of my debit card. It's from a smaller, like one of those, like, dang, I cannot think of like the name of it. Like one of those banks that like only your community. They're not like global or like nationwide, I should say. And whenever I would go to like an ATM, it would usually not be that bank. It would be like a Bank of America, Chase, et cetera, that were closer. So I would have to pay a fee. And I want to say like back when I was in college, or maybe my junior year, they ended up saying that they'll pay for the fees. And that made me use that card a whole lot more because it was like, dang, I want to take money out. But if I take money out, I got to pay this $3, $4, et cetera, et cetera. So whenever they passed that, I was like, cool. I started using that debit card a whole lot more compared to some other cards. So kind of just like, I guess like a fast forward to now. Now we got Ethereum and we got these other things kind of slowly coming in that we may not have to worry about paying fees when you're sending money to XYZ people. So quick, fast, you don't need a bank account. I think this will not only be able to help out a lot of people in America, but also, like you said, like around the world, and kind of just making this money thing even more funner and allow to make plenty of new videos in the future about this. But I think she did a great job going over all that there. And let's look at some of the comments here. This is set up for a massive wealth transfer for people who already have all the wealth. And again, it's a great time for people who may not necessarily have all the wealth, but who are, again, early adopters. A federally backed digital currency will allow seizure of all assets instantaneously for any reason deemed necessary. Okay, I mean, that's a valid point. I mean, you can do that with credit cards. A lot of people are getting banned on there if you say something that isn't, politically correct in, I guess, some places. At the end of the day, this act is going to favor the wealthy and not the working class. It's just another policy to extract more profit from already dwindling paychecks. Again, I think it will affect a lot of rich people who are investing into this, but again, early adopters as well. I'm nervous about the implication, but I will invest to make money. Yet for the rich to get rich. everything is, and that, with that type of mindset, I have no idea about any of this. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have any idea on this. That's totally fine. Watch the video a couple more times. And can you example this again in simple words? Girl, I tried this once. I know you did watch. I mean, she did say a lot, but you guys can just, just rewind this video. Just go back a little bit and hear her again. Let's go ahead and play the next one.
Changed everything for crypto. Congress didn't just pass bills, they laid the foundation for the utility era to finally begin. Let's break it down. First, the Genius Act, legalizing the stablecoin highway. This is the backbone. The Genius Act just cleared both the House and the Senate, and it's expected to be signed into law at any minute. This requires stablecoins to be one-to-one backed by dollars or treasuries, enforces monthly audits and strict reserves. It lets banks, fintechs, and even big tech issue them legally. No interest is paid directly, but yield can be offered through third parties. This will go into effect 90 days after signing. That means October 2025 is go time. Stablecoins get legal status, no more gray zone. It enables instant, borderless payments. It sets the rails for XRP, XLM, XDC to plug into real liquidity corridors. The second is the Clarity Act, finally rules for utility tokens. This is massive. It passed the House and is now moving into the Senate. It separates digital assets into securities, commodities, or utility tokens. This ends the SEC versus the CFTC turf wars, gives projects a clear legal path to launch and operate in the United States. If it's passed, you can expect activation by September or October 2025. It clears the way for XRP, HBAR, Algo, Quant, and others to be legally recognized as utilities or commodities. No more limbo, no more lawsuits. Enterprise adoption can finally move forward. From creating a retail CBDC, it prevents the government from tracking or controlling retail level. It makes space for institutional grade stablecoins.
Okay, we can go ahead and end that video there. Look, that's just reading, I guess, maybe like the news on this or like a summary of it. The big thing I got from this was that I guess it's going to be going into effect around October. That's interesting. So, if you're thinking about investments in this, you got some months right now. I'm pretty sure we probably will see some type of like big increase probably around October. That's kind of just me guessing, just based on kind of just other stuff I've been seeing like in crypto and whatnot. So I wouldn't be surprised to see like a big increase again when like the news and everything hits this back up in October. That, hey, everything's going to plan, the bills go into action, and everybody can start using this. While these companies can XYZ. So yeah, I will look at October, September. I will definitely be looking at that period and investing prior to that, so that you can again get in the wave before it becomes a wave. And let's look at some of the comments. I thought the upward movement from yesterday will continue through today. Your videos are always informative. So OT will be worth $1. Let's go, baby. Warriors rise. What's the greatest shakeout? Stablecoins are dangerous. Let's go. Okay, so we got like a lot of them. A lot of them are kind of thanking her, loving the content. XRP, cool stuff. And let's go ahead and play the last video here.
It's a great question. Each of the three bills has a unique impact, but if we had to pick the most impactful one for the crypto landscape moving forward, it would likely be the Clarity Act. Here's why. Firstly, defining regulatory oversight. The Clarity Act aims to clearly define which regulatory bodies, like the SEC or the CFTC, oversee different types of digital assets. This kind of regulatory clarity is huge because it reduces uncertainty for businesses and investors. When companies know which rules they need to follow, they can innovate and operate with more confidence.
Okay, cool. And he believes that the Clarity Act, and let me kind of just look at some of this. Firstly, defining regulatory oversight. The Clarity Act aims to clearly define which regulatory bodies like the SEC or the SEC oversee types of digital assets. Now, regulatory clarity is huge because it reduces uncertainty for business and investors. Okay. So yeah, I guess with this again passing, and I guess them getting more clarity and less uncertainty, those should be more willing to adopt it and probably spend more resources towards this. So again, to me, this is again shows that crypto is here to stay. If you were in the past saying crypto sucks and you're not gonna ever see it anywhere, and you keep saying that every single year, 2025, and it looks like it's again here to stay even more so now. So again, I think this is a good time to go ahead and, if you are interested, maybe investing a little bit here prior to September, October. I think you can invest in September, October, I guess, when some of this like fully goes into effect, but you'll be able to beat the wave. Right now, again, I'm not seeing this, popularized everywhere. You're seeing this, some YouTube videos, some TikToks here and there, but I feel like around that time, October, September, when more and more regular people are aware of this, then they'll be interested in investing. You might see a big jump even more, and then you might see a down, and you might see some trends, some ups and downs or whatnot. But if you get in early, I feel like you will have a better ability to like waver this. And let's go ahead and look at the comments on this one too, see if we got any. Oh, and there's 0. Okay, so again, this video is kind of new, 20 hours ago. Pretty sure they'll have some more comments later. But anyway, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Are you guys interested in investing in crypto? And if so, what type of crypto are you interested in investing in? Are you investing in the Bitcoin, XRP? Maybe you're more of an Ethereum girl or gal. Just let me know. Let everybody know in the comments. And yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.